Wednesday morning, let's rise and shine. Separate your bed from your behind. Tell the stranger sleeping next to you to get the hell out, you've got things to do. Wednesday morning, the week's half done. Try to sober up, it's time to run. There's only 3 days left working from 9 to 5. Then it's party time. Party time. Just a little more work to do. Let's get on up and get the damn thing through. Then we'll get back to numbing our minds.
Hump Day, it's here. And boy, oh boy, the pictures and videos of the hail damage in surrounding communities is pretty bad. I'm looking at one girl's house, and it looks like it got shot up by a bunch of machine guns. Look at this thing over here.
No, I know. I saw.
Look at this. That's the side of the house. It's unbelievable.
Devastating, and cars and parking lots. And I mean, we're talking about baseball to softball size hail.
Ripping the paint and the siding off of people's homes,
Damaged
destroying
many,
their
many
windows,
vehicles and,
doors. You've got cars.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, look at this thing. Look at all the dents in that hood from yesterday's hailstorm.
I'm thinking about all those people. You worry about that with these storms. It's like, okay, yes, there's tornadoes.
You can almost do nothing, though. I mean, there's really no.
You can't.
Unless you can park in a storage locker or a container.
Well, that helps your vehicle, but it doesn't obviously help siding or windows or any of those other things that were damaged. So we're thinking about everybody that has had some severe weather this past week. Another tornado touchdown, too.
Yeah, and we're looking at more rain
up
possible
in Green Bay.
today. Yeah, well, flooding everywhere. Black River Falls has got some, I know they got the locks open up there, and yeah, they're warning of flooding anywhere where you've got a river running through town. You're probably going to have some problems, and we've got more rain on the forecast today and on Friday, so we'll see what happens over the next couple of days. But if you've got pictures you want to share, you can do that by going to rockmornings.com. You can download the apps. The 95.7 The Rock app, the 92.9 The X app. You can share your pictures with us or your videos. Send us voicemails through the apps as well. And we've got lots of stuff to get to this morning. It's obviously tax day, so we're going to be talking about that in just a bit. A list of some of the best action stars of all time. Mm-hmm. Kind of interesting to see how people rank action stars. All sorts of other things, including bad news, happy music. We'll get to our daily check-ins. Actually, just got a text from Donnie who said, me and Big Snoop are in the MFKN house. Morning, dude. And then there's a picture of look at Big Snoop. Look at him there in the hallway with his Kong. He's having himself a day. Thank you, Donnie, for the text message. Appreciate that. Rockmornings.com for more info on how to get in touch with us.
Rock Mornings with Brian and Gene on your rock station.
Do you happen to know
what day it is?
This day we all get the crap scared out of us by bloodsucker vampires. Tax day.
Today is the day.
State tax, federal tax, Social Security tax.
Son, I pay taxes.
I pay taxes.
Taxes? I don't pay no taxes.
Paying taxes? It's tax season.
Do your taxes.
Done with taxes. Done with taxes.
Showtime.
Tax day has arrived, so make sure you got an envelope and a stamp and you get it in the mail today or get your extension. You're not alone, by the way, if you're looking for an extension. According to a survey that was conducted at the start of this year, 29% of Americans, almost a third of us, say they have probably procrastinated on filing their taxes this year. Even more admitting that they were putting things off last year as well. Back then, last year, 2025, 15% of Americans thought they'd be done by January. 38% said they were hoping to get it done by the end of February. 26% said that March would be the best bet, and then 18% said they were expecting to wait until April of last year to get their taxes done, which is, only half the month. More than 3% of people are filing for an extension, though. 3% of people say they'd probably file for an extension, which pushes the deadline back to October 15th. 19% of those people say they didn't know when the filing deadlines were. How do you not know? reasons that people procrastinate. Gene, do you want to fill us in on those?
I don't think it's procrastination. You know very well that we have a form that comes extremely late for us,
I know,
and
it's
so
the stupidest deal I ever made.
So there's a particular form that doesn't come until very, very, very late. So that impacts what we do. And then by the time we got our stuff, they're behind because they're tax people, right? Like,
the top. Well, you go in and your tax guy's already like he's working on the weekends. He's there 24 hours a day.
I don't expect them to jump through hoops.
The top 3 reasons why people procrastinate, not necessarily why they wait so long, but why they put it off.
Sure, it's challenging.
Too complicated and stressful. It's too time consuming, and we're worried about owing money. So if I don't have to pay in for as long as possible.
It's called blinders, I think. Aren't those called blinders?
If you have complex finances, it can also be a hassle collecting and organizing all the documents that you need.
Yes.
And if you wait until the last minute, it can be hard to schedule an appointment with a tax professional. People who are most likely to procrastinate on their taxes live in the southwestern United States, as well as the Dakotas and out west. These states that are least likely to put off doing their taxes are right here in the Midwest and in the Northeast, where I'm originally from. 70% of voters think the taxes they pay are too high. 75% of people say that the government spending is too wasteful, and a whopping 18%, or that's up a whopping 18% from last year. The number one tax frustration that most people have is that the wealthy are not paying their fair share. What? Yeah.
You're never going to take that survey and have it be 75% of people are like, this is the accurate amount. I feel good about this. That this is exactly fair.
Right. Well, when you're getting money back, you're like, hell yeah. Hell yeah. Many years ago, in the 80s, in fact, there was a young girl that fell down a well. We called her Baby Jessica.
It's now been just about 2 full days since little Jessica slipped through an 8-inch pipe opening and fell to a ledge some 22 feet underground.
Yeah, the world was glued to their TV sets as we watched them dig and try and dig even, different directions. And there was about 1 million people in her front yard, and eventually came out of that well, and Baby Jessica would go on to live a full life. There was a bunch of money that people were donating, and they set up a fund for her. She eventually had a family of her own.
The term Baby Jessica, it is still an everyday thing. I have people that's how they associate me. I actually told a lady the other day that I was the little girl that fell in the well, and she was like, "Oh my gosh, you're Baby Jessica." And I was like, "Yes, ma'am." Yeah,
she's, by the way, 40 now, and she just got arrested for assault, domestic assault.
Was this against her partner?
Yeah, Jessica McClure Morales, now 40, arrested on Saturday night. A disturbance at her home in Midland County, Texas. She's believed to have lived with her husband, Daniel, and their 2 kids. Authorities did not release any details, but McClure Morales was charged with assault causing bodily injury involving family violence. Her arrest, of course, decades after she made headlines when she was pulled from that well in Midland, Texas, after being trapped for nearly 60 hours. We'll see what comes of that, but actually, it was so funny because I'm not going to say who it was, but we've had multiple bands that have come and stayed with us as they've traveled around the Midwest and done shows and whatever that have become friends of ours. And we had a band staying with us not too many years ago, and we were just outside grilling out, drinking beers, talking, telling stories, whatever. And one of the guys that was sort of new in the band, we were trying to get to know him a little bit and asking him a bunch of questions. And he, at some point in his life, had sex with Baby Jessica. He's like, "Oh, I banged Baby Jessica." And I'm like, "What?" And he said, obviously not when she was a baby, but it was, when she was much older, in her 20s
they
or whatever.
They were in the same age.
He was in a band back, years ago when she was in her 20s and came to a club and they met, and he didn't even know it until afterwards, and then he found out. And he's like,
maybe she didn't lead with that.
Right. I don't think you need to, right? It's just whatever. But
don't. Especially if you're trying to forget that.
He carries that like a little badge, which kudos to him. But Baby Jessica arrested for domestic assault. A 5th woman has now come forward and accused California Congressman Eric Swalwell of sexual assault. This has got Cosby vibes written all over it, drugging and raping this woman. This is the 5th woman now to come out, speaking alongside her attorneys in Beverly Hills. Lana Drews accusing Swalwell of drugging her and raping her in 2018 after the opening of a restaurant. She accused him of raping and choking her, said, "While he was choking me, I lost consciousness. I thought I died." He obviously announced earlier this week that he was going to depart from Congress. Sounds like he's going to be charged with a bunch of stuff and maybe get arrested here and face some sort of criminal and civil suits. See what happens there. Meanwhile, a marijuana breathalyzer is one step closer to becoming a thing.
I'm sure of it. I guess I can't believe there isn't one already.
Well, it's, easy to test for sobriety, right? With a breathalyzer and you're blowing a BAC and all that stuff. But sobriety tests are an attempt to hold people accountable for driving impaired, but they're far from comprehensive. And now a new test could be coming to the market. Researchers at the Virginia Commonwealth University introducing a prototype for a THC breathalyzer that would make roadside marijuana testing a thing. It's a small, apparently inexpensive device. Looks like an asthma inhaler. Relies on 3D printed parts. It's designed to work within minutes without the need of a laboratory for backup. Mouthpiece that collects your breath, much like a breathalyzer with a straw, and you blow into that thing. A cartridge where chemical reactions occur, and a detection chamber that shows the results. Supposedly, it'll be able to distinguish between specific compounds like THC, CBD, and CBN, but there's still more work that needs to be done for it to be effective. 24 states and D.C. have legalized cannabis for adult recreational purposes. 40 states have legalized cannabis in some form, including for medicinal use. Still against the law, however, to drive under the influence of any of those drugs.
So, Ahab, can I call my dubage?
But for now, no widely accepted roadside method for assessing THC impairment.
Yeah,
obviously you can smell it. Glassy eyes.
Not a thing, but they do, blood tests. Then they'll take you to the ER or the, walk-in or whatever and do blood tests. But as far as on the side of the road, yes, that's not really an option.
But they're working on it.
I know you don't smoke weed.
Yeah.
I know this. But I'm going to get you high today. Because it's Friday, you ain't got no job, and you ain't got to do.
Oh, I bet if you're in some of those areas that were hit with that storm, you've got a lot to do today. Insurance adjustments, I'm so sorry. I'm looking at vehicles and houses and siding and cars. By the way, they say if you were hit by the storm, Brian, obviously if it's obvious, right? And we're really sorry about that. But also things that you should check in case it's not so obvious. I mean, if there's holes in your siding, there's holes in your siding. Your car's windows are smashed out, they're smashed out. But things to look for are missing or even lifted shingles, Brian. So maybe they're not obvious, but it's not the whole thing, but a damaged area, dented siding, obviously, gutters and downspouts too, Brian. So not just the siding itself. Leaks or any water spots inside where it could have gone all the way through, and now you've got an issue there. Obviously, damaged screens besides the broken windows. That's easy to see, but are the screens damaged? And then any fallen branches or even debris around your home could lead to other things. So it may look fine, but that storm damage isn't always obvious right away, especially when you're looking around your neighborhood and maybe your neighbors look a lot worse than you do. That doesn't mean there isn't some hidden damage. So there's going to be a lot of insurance claims and people trying to figure out what to do this morning. We're sorry about that.
Yeah, and speaking of water, I just got a submission through the app from Lenore. It says, BRF Dam, I've seen the water higher than this one other time in the last 5 years, and right now you can see it rushing through the dam there in Black River Falls, and it looks precarious. Let's just say that. And there's more rain on the way with showers possible today and again on Friday in our area. So thank you, Lenore, for the video. Appreciate that. And if you want to download the apps and submit videos or pictures of the storm damage, you can certainly do that this morning. We'll get to sports after 3 Doors Down.
Rock Mornings with Brian and Gene. Find them online at rockmornings.com.
Rock Mornings with Brian and Gene. Thanks again to Lenore for the video from Black River Falls of the dam with the very fast-moving and high-rising water. If you want to submit pictures or videos of the damage that you experienced over the last couple of days from the rain and the wind and the hail, you can download the apps, 95.7 The Rock or the 92.9 The X app, and you can submit pictures and videos and leave us voicemails as well. Brew Crew, still struggling, man. Losing another one. Yesterday, they lost to the Blue Jays.
Another 2-2. Did he go? He did! Sanchez goes around. Varland goes to the curveball, and he strikes him out to end the ball game as the Blue Jays win a wild one here in Milwaukee, 9-7 in 10 innings.
A wild one indeed, and the key word is win.
Vladimir Guerrero Jr. doubling home the go-ahead run in the 10th inning as the Blue Jays beat the Brewers 9-7 last night. Brew Crew have now lost 6 in a row. They try to flip that script tonight. at 6:40 against the Blue Jays in Milwaukee. Yelich is officially out for a month.
Mid-May, is that what I heard? Return in mid-May?
Expected to miss at least a month with an abductor strain. Left in the 5th inning of their loss to the Nationals on Sunday. Tightness in his hamstring at the time. They placed him on the IL yesterday, retroactive to Monday. Said he had a 2nd-degree abductor strain. Yelich said, quote, "I'm just trying to go about it the best I can, do a good job with the rehab, and get back out there as quickly as possible." But when we talked to Grant Bills yesterday, his assumption was that it was going to be a month, and that's exactly what it sounds like, a month.
Sounds like mid to late May. He wanted to stay in the game, Pat Murphy said, but like everything else, we have to be careful with these guys. It's only April, middle of April, right? We've got a lot of baseball to play, and we can't risk it. We got to rest him and get it healed.
NBA play-in tournament began last night with a wild one between the Miami Heat and the Charlotte Hornets.
They have scored the last 6 points. James looking. Ball breaks free. Gets it. 7 seconds. Ball to drop. And ball lays it in. There's no timeouts left for Miami. Charlotte up by 1. The drive. It's over. Mitchell got negated. The Hornets win it. A wild night in Charlotte. 127 to 126 in overtime.
LaMelo Ball with a layup, just 4.7 seconds left in overtime. As you heard, there were no timeouts left, so the Heat had to inbound. Miles Bridges blocking Davion Mitchell's attempt at a winning layup at the buzzer, and the Hornets beat the Heat last night 127 to 126, eliminating Miami from the playoffs. The Hornets will travel to face the loser of tonight's game between the Philadelphia 76ers and the Orlando Magic. That matchup will be on Friday, and that'll be the 8th and final playoff spot in the Eastern Conference. The other game last night in the NBA play-in tournament was the Trailblazers beating the Suns 114-110. They clinched the number 7 seed in the Western Conference playoffs, and the Blazers move on to face number 2 San Antonio in the first round. Tonight, you've got that Orlando-Philly matchup at 6:30. That is on Amazon Prime. And then you've got Golden State at the Los Angeles Clippers. That game also on Prime at 9 p.m. Diana Rossini resigning.
I saw.
Yeah, I kind of saw this one coming. It sounds like this is not going to go away, and it sounds like it's going to maybe get a little worse. And it's not so much the relationship that anybody cares about at this point. It's the, where are you getting your information from and how are you getting it, right? And it calls into question sources and female reporters. And that's just, whether you like it or not, that's the reality of it all. And, they both...
Well, this particular female reporter, I don't think you can put an umbrella over all of them just because...
I'm not. I'm just, people right. Will. Whether you like it or not, that's what's going to happen. I mean, that's how people deal with situations like this, because you start to... think about, her interaction with the GM from Washington again and some other,
Well, it taints certainly her information and where that came from and how, and probably is why they're leading to this resignation at this point. But
Diana Rossini resigning from The Athletic less than a week after those photos of her and Mike Vrabel at that resort in Arizona showed up online. She said, quote, "I have covered the NFL with professionalism and dedication throughout my career, and I stand behind every story I have ever published. When the Page 6 item first appeared, The Athletic supported me unequivocally and expressed confidence in my work and pride in my journalism. For that, I am grateful. In the days that followed, unfortunately, commentators in various media have engaged in self-feeding speculation that is simply unmoored from the facts." She obviously had a much longer statement. You can read it online if you want to Google it or find out more. But she, basically says that, it's a media frenzy and that she stands by her story and they're just friends and she's going to step away to try to get out of the limelight.
Yeah. Kind of, not exactly, but a la the Coldplay executive and the lady at the concert, both married to other people, although I guess she was divorced at the time or separated or whatever, but like caught on film, and now the aftermath of all of that and what happens with their
and with those two, they were just, they were just straight. Those people, you couldn't pick them out of a lineup. But Mike Vrabel, Diana Rossini, they're famous people, yeah.
But caught in the spotlight like that.
Diana Rossini now resigning from The Athletic after the investigation continues. What a mess. What a mess. Papa Roach in a couple of minutes. rockmornings.com if you want to get in touch with us. We were talking about filing your taxes. Today's the day.
Mm-hmm.
Jim in Georgia said, I just don't file, LOL. It's one way to get around it. We also got a text from someone who wanted to know if there would be another bus added for the game between the Brewers and Cubs on June 28th. If you go to wiscotrips.com, that's where all the bus trips are, and I don't think there's one for the 28th. I know that there's several bus trips, including one coming up in May against the Dodgers, so you can go see Shohei Ohtani when he comes to town.
That would be exciting. I don't think that there's going to be any duplicate buses to my knowledge, but there's a bunch of trips on there that you'll find out, as you mentioned, Brian, one even coming up in May, and then there's some throughout the summer, so you can find out about those trips if you're interested.
Get to some Papa Roach here in just a bit.
Rock Mornings with Brian and Gene on your rock station.
Uh-oh, guess what day it is? Julie. Huh? Julie. Huh? Guess what day it is? Julie. Huh? Julie. Huh? Guess what day it is? Guess what day it is? Guess what day it is? Anybody? Anybody? Guess what day it is? Guess what day it is? Anybody? Anybody? Mike. Huh? What day is it, Mike? Huh? Woo-hoo! Mike. Huh? What day is it, Mike? Huh? Oh, come on. I know you can hear me. Leslie, guess what today is? Leslie, guess what today is? Leslie, guess what today is? Leslie, guess what today is?
Hump day.
It's hump day.
Hump day? Woo-hoo!
It is hump day. It's tax day. It's Jackie Robinson Day when he broke the color barrier in Major League Baseball. So everyone in Major League Baseball is going to be wearing his number today. They'll be freaked out by that. It happens every year. Also, it's McDonald's Day.
As in the Golden Arches?
Yeah, so I think today is the anniversary of the first McDonald's that got opened by Ray Kroc back in the day in Des Plaines, Illinois. I don't know if they're offering any kind of deals today, but National Banana Day. I've got a banana I'm going to eat here in just a bit. National Spiral Glazed Ham Day.
Wow, that's specific.
It feels a few days late for that.
That's not for dinner, by the way.
It's also One Boston Day because today is the 13th anniversary of the Boston Marathon bombing.
Is it this weekend?
It'll be on Monday. So the one in 2013 took place on April 15th, which was the one with the bombing and over 200 people injured.
The race is actually coming up on Monday?
Yeah, Marathon Monday, and the Red Sox playing at like 11 a.m. at Fenway, and Patriots Day in New England. So, but Tax Day, obviously the big important holiday, if you want to call it that today. Make sure you get your taxes in the mail. Television. Today you've got a couple of premieres. The series premiere of Margot's Got Money Troubles. This is on Apple TV. Elle Fanning plays a college dropout with a baby on the way. No idea how she's going to pay her bills, and so she does what all the girls do in 2026. They start an OnlyFans. Michelle Pfeiffer and Nick Offerman play her parents. Michelle Pfeiffer, as her mom, is a former Hooters waitress, and her dad, Nick Offerman, is a former pro wrestler.
I need to make money. I'm open to any job there is. Digging ditches, even. Looks like you've already dug one. In order to earn income for my child, I've been doing some work on the internet.
For your first taco pics, we'll make you a scary girl.
I'll marinate on it.
This is not you.
Well, my mom worked at Hooters and my father was a pro wrestler. Tell me what's me.
You have fans? It's a popular website.
Margot's Got Money Trouble series premiere on Apple TV today. First season finale of the new Scrubs reboot is tonight at 7 o'clock on ABC. You've also got a new episode of Hollywood Squares on CBS. Some of the Hollywood stars on Hollywood Squares are Anna Gasteyer from SNL, Lil Rel Howery, Tim Meadows, Jason Ritter, and Drew Barrymore in the center square. Also, don't your kids, one of your daughters, isn't she in the Love Island stuff?
All of those kinds of shows.
Well, she's in luck because the second season premiere of Love Island Beyond the Villa premieres on Peacock today.
I think we should get everybody together, have a good time.
Like a big reunion. We're bringing back the fire pit. To Beyond the Villa! Wait. Who else is coming? Because I don't want no surprises. I finally told him I love him. Then boom, he breaks up with me through a text message. I really like TJ.
Before you meet my girlfriend, they were both hung up on each other because now they're together.
Pepe's not the person that he was in the villa.
Loser! You're such a loser. Get out.
I haven't spoken to Hannah since the reunion.
Was I supposed to cry for 40 days and 40 nights?
Every single human being involved with that is insufferable. I don't know how people watch this crap, but it premieres today, season 2 of Love Island Beyond the Villa. Young people. I love how I watched the stupid trailer this morning to get the audio, and it's like, you know, they're all doing what they do and, you know, being young and annoying, and then they on the you know, the text on the video is like real life situations. Bitch, you don't know anything about real life.
That didn't happen to you, Brian?
Make a grocery list and go grocery shopping, and then come home and cook some eggs, and then we'll talk about some real life.
That didn't happen to you?
Go rake your yard.
When you were out on the sandbar out there on the river, when you were hanging with Love Island situations didn't happen like that?
Talking about the Tim Dearman boat incident? No, that was not Love Island at all. Beyond the villa or in the villa or at the villa. No, it was us drinking wine coolers for some reason and almost drowning. Yeah, that was a long time ago. Also, the second season premiere of $1 Million Secret is on Netflix. This is the show where one of the contestants in the house gets $1 million and everybody else has to try to figure out who it is.
Welcome to the Stag.
This is incredible.
This is so pretty.
One of these boxes holds $1 million. A guest will find it in their room.
Keep the secret. Keep the money.
Everyone else, it will be your job to hunt down the millionaire. Happy hunting.
Let the games begin.
Here was your clue. The millionaire was straight as an arrow.
I really think I know who the millionaire is.
$1 Million Secret. Season 2 premiere.
I would totally fail at that. I would immediately lose.
If you had the money?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, you'd be giddy.
God, I'd be so bad at that.
Yeah, poor people, man. We don't know what to do when we get money.
Well, and everybody would be like, you're lying. And I'd be like, yeah, I am.
I'd be like, why is Brian at the spooky spin machine all the time? I don't know. I got a lot.
Terrible. I'd lose immediately.
Also on Amazon today, a new movie called Balls Up. Paul Walter Hauser designs a condom that covers the twig and berries, both the twig and the berries. Mark Wahlberg is the salesperson trying to sell that product at the World Cup in Brazil. Things go badly for them. It's called Balls Up. It's a movie that premieres on Amazon today.
This is my product. I was working out the kinks.
Oh, it had some kink.
I should be the one showcasing it.
There is no better designer than you, Elijah, but there's no better salesman than Brad.
Introducing the Balls Up.
Why hasn't anyone thought of this before? The official condom of Brazil 2025 is the Balls Up. You two are so good together. You don't see it. Nope. But I do. I'm gonna make sure you're there at the World Cup final.
How about a toast?
One for you, one for me.
That should be our mascot, not some hot dog. I want to punch that dog right in the...
Take it easy.
Here I come, sausage boy!
No! Bad Elijah, bad!
What just happened? Brazil has been robbed.
What happens if they catch us?
You ever see The Purge? It'd be like that for Let's go.
Yeah, so they come up with this condom. They sell it to the World Cup in Brazil as their official condom. They get invited to go down, and they're at the championship game, and they're kind of drunk, and the one guy runs onto the pitch to try to assault the mascot.
Yeah.
And ends up Marky Mark ends up blocking the game-winning kick with his face. And so the people of Brazil lose their mind and chase after them and want to kill them or whatever.
So it has big names in it, but it sounds kind of dumb.
Yeah, it does sound kind of dumb. The premise is dumb, but it's a chase movie and buddy cop comedy, whatever you want to call it. But Balls Up. Amazon today. Late night shows, Kimmel and Colbert are new. Fallon and Seth Meyers are in repeats. Jimmy Kimmel's going to be talking to Bob Odenkirk and Paul Walter Hauser, who's in that Balls Up movie.
Got it.
Anne Hathaway and her big giant teeth are going to be on with Stephen Colbert, and so is Josh Johnson. He's going to be on with Colbert tonight. Got some news this morning that was delightful. Don't know how...
More than your tax return money back?
That happened like a week and a half ago. This could be a game changer. Early 2000s, Chappelle's show hit Comedy Central.
Yeah.
And
it coming back?
Maybe. It broke records. It was groundbreaking. It was hilarious. Everybody was yelling stuff at each other. That was the memes before the memes. And now, apparently, Chappelle Show might be making a return.
Chappelle Show. Chappelle Show.
When Dave Chappelle quit the Chappelle Show.
He really quit.
In the middle of filming season 3 and then ran to Africa.
Quit.
Yeah.
Quit.
He walked away from $50 million of Comedy Central's money. And eventually they released the lost episodes, whatever, the somewhat unfinished episodes. And Chappelle never returned to the show, but said he was burnt out, thought the brass was trying to exert too much control, even thought some of his sketches were socially irresponsible.
That's what he says now?
Well, that was what he said after he came back and did the Oprah interview and all that stuff. I remember him talking about one of the situations where instead of laughing with him while they were joking around during a skit, he said it felt like people were laughing at him. And I guess that made a big difference to him when it came to the Chappelle Show. That was 2005. Here we are 21 years later, and Dave is apparently thinking about bringing back the Chappelle Show. He says, quote, "If you'd asked me that question a year ago, I have told you absolutely not, but in the last few weeks, I'm considering it. If it does happen, obviously it's going to be Dave's way or the highway." He said, "Your responsibility is to be true to yourself and your work." We'll see what happens if we get a final season of Chappelle's Show.
Well, whatever it was about that show at that time in his life, it really ruined things for him. I mean, he disappeared. He's like, forget it. Forget you. Forget Hollywood. Forget all of it.
Yeah.
You know, I need a break from everything.
Kind of became a recluse for a while. And, now here he's been back. He's got all these specials on Netflix, and he's been in the news, obviously, with his transsexual jokes and all that stuff. And
well, he's been back a long time, but boy, did he have a separation of church and state when it came to that.
Got a text from Steve who said, "Good morning. Any room for some old school 7 Dust? Your choice." I actually do have room, and it's actually funny you should ask for that because
why?
Today is the anniversary. April 15th, 1997. 7 Dust released their debut self-titled album featuring 3 pretty big hits, Bitch, Black, and Too Close to Hate.
Rock Mornings with Brian and Gene. Find them online at rockmornings.com.
I'm still waiting for your receipts. I wish you'd hurry up, I need some sleep. 'Cause I'm your tax guy, fighting all your little white lies. Now you complain you pay too much, tax guy, 'cause you pay more than Elon Musk. Tax guy helps you cheat.
Oh, yes, tax day is here. For those of you that have procrastinated.
Did you know there's a bunch of food specials today?
That doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, there's all sorts of stuff. Subway, if you're a member, you can get a buy one, get one on a foot long. Wendy's has got a free 6-piece nugget, again, with the app.
Got to be on the app.
Cordova's got $5 off any full-size entree. Again, the app. You've got Krispy Kreme's got something. Burger King has a Whopper sandwich deal. Pizza Hut, Jersey Mike's. So if you've got any of the Olive Garden, Taco John's, all of those have tax day specials. So if you're eating out for lunch or dinner, investigate a little bit on how you can save some money.
Why wouldn't you? Tax day. It's here. Got a text from Vicky, said, "Hey, Brian, did you watch Evil Bong? Just curious. Have a great day." I did not. I am currently re-binging The Boys, and I'm almost to season 4, so I'm getting there. I'm pounding away at it so I can get ready for season 5, the final season. But eventually I'll get around to watching Evil Bong.
Put it on your list.
Evil Bong. Thanks to the H-Man for bringing that one home.
Evil Bong 1. There are 10.
Apparently. Look, we've watched some real stinkers over the years.
I know you have.
My wife one year was obsessed with watching all these like really bad Easter movies that are shot with somebody's cell phone, so they're just not good. And so I'm accustomed to watching bad movies.
You're not above that?
No, not at all. Did you know call me ignorant, but I didn't know we had a rainforest in America. don't know. I hear rainforest and I think Amazon. You know, the jungles.
Is this Oregon?
No, it's in Alaska.
Olympic?
America's largest rainforest just won a big battle in court. A court in Alaska just shut down an attempt to reopen the Tongass National Forest for logging. A judge dismissing the lawsuit from logging interests with prejudice, which means they can't try again. So now, the Tongass National Forest, America's largest rainforest, is fully protected. The massive rainforest is a habitat for bald eagles, salmon, bears, whales, and many more. So yeah, this huge...
So they will not be able
National rainforest, not going to be able to resubmit and try to log this place. I guess I didn't know we even had a rainforest. Ignorance is bliss. I always think of rainforests as like tropical jungles with snakes and tarantulas and things like that, not like a national park in Alaska. But yeah. The logging interest consisted of Alaska Forest Association, Viking Lumber Company, and Alcan Timber Incorporated, together suing the U.S. Department of Agriculture and its secretary and the U.S. Forest Service and its director last March. 2 local townships and several environmental groups joining the lawsuit on the side of the defense. The judge granting the defendant's motion to dismiss with prejudice, meaning that the plaintiffs can never sue the same parties for the same reasons again. Now, they could do something else and figure something else out, but yeah, prejudice usually invoked in cases deemed frivolous when the plaintiffs have improperly served legal notice, or if the judge determines that the plaintiff's case is, as it was thusly brought, was deceitfully put together. So, not going to be able to log there, at least not anytime soon. There's a dad in New York, and he's got a 3-year-old daughter who apparently likes to tell stories.
And
a vivid imagination, sort of winding, nonsensical stories.
Is he the guy? Is this the guy who puts him to music?
And he is a musician, and he is putting them to
a million of his videos,
putting them to tunes, and he's going viral now.
There was a little woman who liked wiggling so much. She liked wiggling. She just really liked wiggling. Her mom said, you can't keep wiggling.
You can't keep wiggling.
Stop wiggling. So she go to her room and she wiggled again. She kept wiggling, even though her mom said to stop wiggling. Yeah. Her mom said no.
A song about a young girl who likes wiggling and won't stop wiggling, and even though her mom told her to stop wiggling, she went to her room and she kept wiggling.
My favorite one is with, I'm an important mermaid. I'm just supposed to swim. I'm just a mermaid, real important.
His 3-year-old daughter apparently likes to make up stories and
I got a beach shirt.
has a lot of whimsy, and so he turns those into songs. His name is Steven Spencer. Lyrics are all written by his toddler and her very vivid and wild imagination. Yeah. You keep doing you.
I got a beach shirt and baby fishes. I'm a mermaid. Very important mermaid. That's my favorite one.
You can obviously find him on TikTok. It's @ Steven Spencer. And that's Steven with a PH.
Clever. Because kids' stories are nonsensical, but awesome imagination.
He must record them, right? Because you can't remember that verbatim. So he must record her telling stories on his phone,
and then
uses AI to write down the lyrics or whatever to capture the lyrics, and then he turns them into the tunes.
And then he's the musician, though. He really does play the instruments. It's not just all. I mean, he's playing the piano, he's playing the guitar, he sings.
This is awesome. This is right up your alley. This is the kind of thing that people do to get their name on a park bench.
Tell me all about this.
In their
What's
town.
going on?
Oakwood Proper Burgers. This is in Traverse City, Michigan. And you got to see the line standing outside of this place. The Oakwood Proper Burgers in Traverse City. You got to see this line. It's got to have, 200-300 people in it. This is a tiny burger joint in Michigan that just helped out one of their competitors who is struggling. Chef Tim Bergstrom is battling cancer. So it's been tough for him to run his restaurant, and Bergstrom's Burgers is the name of his place. That's when a crosstown rival, this is kind of like the Juicy Lucy situation in Minnesota, right? Or you go to Philadelphia and you got the warring Philly cheesesteak sandwiches. You go to New England, they got the roast beef sandwiches, right? So Oakwood Proper Burgers came in to help these guys with the 1,000 Burger Challenge for Tim. They did a big fundraiser, sold out of their entire shop of burgers and gift cards, wound up raising tens of thousands of dollars for Chef Tim.
Oh, my God, look at this line.
Who's battling cancer. Also, local bakeries, brewers, and chefs pitching in to help, turned it into a full-blown community day to help this one guy
I love everything about this story.
Not only trying to fight cancer, but also trying to keep his business afloat while he's been dealing with this. The line outside the door and down the street at Oakwood Proper Burgers was, of course, a rubberneck situation. People driving by wondering what the hell's going on. Inviting people to their 1,000 Burger Challenge events. Sales ringing up, not benefiting the business, benefiting, however, a crosstown rival. Chef Tim Bergstrom, the man behind his namesake, Bergstrom's Burgers, undergoing cancer treatment for some time now, medical bills mounting. And Oakwood Proper and their friends decided to step up and help in the best way they knew how. Grill up some great burgers.
That's what we do here.
Sell some gift cards.
That's what we do here. They grilled 1,218 burgers, sold another 1,900 burger equivalent, so gift cards.
Gift cards, yep. In less than 9 hours, by the way.
Yeah, tens of thousands of dollars. And the anonymous donor, by the way, chipped in another 10 grand because you do good things and then good people find you.
If you stepped foot into the little burger shop on the corner yesterday or you purchased an online gift card, you were part of something that had its own heartbeat. Pretty cool. Oakwood Proper Burgers, if you want to give it a Google and check out the pictures of a very long line of people waiting to get in there and grab a delicious burger and help out. Nothing wrong with that. Speaking of food, we're going to talk a little more about food here in just a couple minutes. One Gotta Go Wednesday.
Okay. It's out of here.
One Gotta Go Wednesday.
Got it. I understand.
We'll be doing that next.
Rock Mornings with Brian and Gene. Start your day with Rock Mornings.
Why did the IRS audit the chiropractor? Because he owed them back taxes. Where do homeless accountants live? In tax shelters. Why don't skunks pay taxes? They only have 1 cent. Did you hear about tax day? 50 Cent just changed his name to Quarter. How many accountants does it take to change a light bulb? As many as it took last year. What kind of taxes are there on trash bags? Hefty ones, and no one is glad about it.
Dad jokes from Alexa on tax day. But kind of gloomy. Again, if you want to send in some pictures or videos of the weather and the hail and the damage we got recently, I just got a message on Facebook from Jared. Video of him driving down a highway, looks like out in Westby, and it's completely coated.
Yeah.
With hail. This must have been from yesterday. Thank you, Jared. Appreciate that.
Just remember that we're thinking, that so much damage, it's just unbelievable to cars and buildings, and we're thinking about you. But remember what do we want to say? Insurance scammers that are probably going to come to town when you look and see that much damage, and they're going to be knocking on your door.
If they walk around and knock on your door, that's
contractors pressuring you.
Pretty
sign
good sign
now,
that they're
lose your spot, door to door, that kind of thing. You will waive your deductible. A lot of things that seem better than they are. You're going to want to watch out for those people because they're like sharks.
Yeah.
Swimming when they know
water,
there's people
blood.
with damage. So yeah, if you're affected by that, obviously we're thinking about you. Long day today.
One Gotta Go Wednesday. 4 options. I'm talking food here.
All right.
And don't try to get too specific here, okay? Very general, broad terminology. One Gotta Go forever. Can't have it anymore. Rest of your life. German food, Chinese food, Mexican food, Italian food. One gotta go.
German.
That was the same thing I came up with.
Probably German.
German isn't bad. I actually thoroughly enjoy German food. However, it's not a food that I crave throughout the year. Right around Oktoberfest, or if I'm in Milwaukee near Mater's, and I'm like, let's get some of that. But in terms of on a random July afternoon.
Probably takes all the sausages out, but I could deal with that. Even bratwurst. I mean, I love them, and there's a place for them, but I could deal without that. I could deal with steaks and hamburgers and other things on the grill if I had to, and not tubular meat. And I love a good German potato salad. I love it. It's in my heritage, but I could probably. I'm not doing without Mexican or Italian, and that's just not happening.
Yeah,
they're too core in my repertoire of cooking.
The only one that would compete with German for me would be Mexican food, simply because of the spiciness. Like, I know exactly what I can eat, and I stay in my lane, so I don't truly get to experience all that is Mexican food because I cannot stand spicy food. But Italian food, all the pastas, all the sauces, give it to me.
Pasta last night, and I'm making taco bowls tonight.
Chinese food, I'm all about it, right? For the most part, not very spicy.
Often, but
I would noodles.
But there's a place for it when
MSG.
When there's a place for it.
I love it.
Give you an egg roll. And
God. Yeah, Americanized Chinese food, obviously.
Crab rangoons.
Good pho, any of those things.
Well, that's Vietnamese.
I would put that in the realm of Chinese food, but yeah, I would say one got to go Wednesday. German food would be the one for me as well. And I, again, like you, I enjoy a brat. I like a hot potato salad, a good pretzel. I love Spätzle.
My husband loves German food, but I'll have to ask him
red
when
cabbage?
I get home tonight. Yeah, it's
with the butter, so delicious.
Roulan, but I'll have to ask him.
Just in terms of one that I wouldn't miss if it was gone. You would take German? What is the best German food? Like you haven't had them all, obviously, but in your experience, the one that
we ate a schnitzel. We shared one when
the pounded out veal, deep fried.
Dude, the plate, and I'm not kidding you. It was
was it capers and lemon sauce?
We saw it go by before we ordered. Thank God.
And it changed your mind?
We decided to share it.
As opposed to each getting one?
Because it was, and I am not joking, the meat was like this. It was a dinner-sized plate with the gravy over the top and the, so probably that was my favorite. I do like a sauerbraten, though, like the pot roast with the, but that schnitzel that we had that one time and shared was.
One gotta go. And Gene and I both taking German food.
Do you like the pretzels, though? I like big pretzels.
Yeah, big pretzel.
Cannot lie.
With cheese or mustard.
Yes.
All the different various
like
types
that.
of krauts that you can get.
It's the worst, probably. It's the sausages that would be harder.
Yeah, obviously losing out on that, but you could still eat a hot dog. I mean, that's American. It's close enough, right? Or a kielbasa. Is that German?
Yes, you would lose all your sausage. You'd lose all your sausages, basically. You could have your hot dog, probably.
Polish is in German, right? It's close. Lose out on that.
You'd lose your sausages.
Well, I wouldn't be missing out on the cheddar brats because those things scarred me for life. So I'm not too worried about that one. Yeah, right up my nose. We'll get to more sports after Stone Sour.
Rock Mornings with Brian and Gene. Find the daily podcast at rockmornings.com.
The Brew Crew suffering a 9-7 10th inning loss to the Blue Jays last night. Their sixth loss in a row. Try to right the ship tonight. 6:40 first pitch between the Brew Crew and the Blue Jays from Miller Park. Yelich out for at least a month. Abductor strain. Put him on the IL yesterday.
Mid-May, late May.
Retroactive to Monday. NBA play-in tournament began last night with the Charlotte Hornets beating the Miami Heat 127-126. And then the Trailblazers beating the Suns 114-110. Tonight you've got Orlando at Philly, 6:30, that game on Prime. And the other play-in tournament game will be Golden State at the LA Clippers, 9 p.m. That game also on Prime. You might remember from earlier this week, the Baltimore Orioles manager taking the ball to the face.
Yes.
Oh, Jeremiah Jackson just hit somebody in the Oriole dugout. I think he hit Craig Albernas.
I think he did.
Albie, who stands right there in the open area on this.
You got the netting over there, but obviously the top half of your body.
Oh,
might have got hit.
So the injury report is back on him. He suffered at least 7 fractures in his cheek as well as a broken jaw.
Holy crap.
When he was struck in the face by the line drive on Monday night.
You are kidding.
By the way, I always say there's tough and then there's hockey tough.
Oh.
There might be Orioles manager tough because this guy went down to the trainer's room and got some treatment and came back and was on the bench. And then he went after the game and got some tests or whatever, and he was back on the bench yesterday. Albanez won't need surgery. Back in the Baltimore dugout last night. His eating will be limited. He can only have baby food for the next 6 weeks. It's going to be a hell of a weight loss program. They didn't say that he had his jaw wired shut.
I was just going to say, is his jaw wired shut?
Well, obviously they're like, limit the movement on it or whatever. Maybe it is wired shut. I don't know, but...
Holy schmolies.
The other incident that occurred over the weekend was, of course, Sergio Garcia destroying his club after a bad tee shot.
40 yards.
Anger.
Frustrated Sergio. He hits the ground, and then not only did he take it out on the tee box, but that driver is done for the day.
It happens.
What did they tell you on the fourth?
What happened?
I'm not going to tell you.
Did they give you a warning or something on the fourth? Is there...
Nice question, please.
Yeah, he didn't want to talk about it at the Masters, and I guess good on him. He's an emotional guy, right? And maybe rather than say something you regret, just...
He's angry.
He apologized yesterday for his outburst during the final round play at the Masters. Said, I want to apologize for my actions on Sunday at the Masters tournament. I respect and value everything, yada, yada, yada. Issuing an official apology. Iowa, as in Kirk Ferentz and the football team, vacating wins from 2023. Shame, shame, I know your name. Iowa vacating 4 wins from the 2023 season for tampering with quarterback Cade McNamara before he entered the transfer portal. NCAA said that Iowa coach Kirk Ferentz and assistant head coach John Budmeyer participated in 13 phone calls with McNamara, sent him 2 text messages as well before he entered the portal in November of 2022. McNamara left Michigan a couple days later and transferred to Iowa. Both Ferentz and Budmeyer suspended for the 2024 season opener when the school imposed the penalty for those violations. But now the NCAA says, yeah, we're not done penalizing you. We're taking away some of your wins. Whatever. They know they won the games.
Yeah.
Speaking of college athletics, the University of Wisconsin naming an interim athletic director. AD Chris McIntosh recently announced he's leaving. He's resigning to go work for the Big Ten. Former Wisconsin offensive tackle and administrator leaving the program for the Big Ten to become the deputy commissioner for strategy. And as they look for a new AD at the University of Wisconsin in Madison, the GM, Marcus Sedberry, will now step into the interim athletic director position for the time being until they find someone permanent to fill that role. And NASCAR, we'll obviously hear more about this on Friday when we talk racing with Doc. Big change. This is pretty sizable. This is a big change. This is a huge, and it's in season, so this is a big change. Adjusting the length of the 3 stages for the Cup Series race at Talladega later this month. That'll be on the 26th. The first stage is going to end at lap 98. The second stage will end on lap 143. And then the conclusion of the race will be on lap 188, obviously, unless they have overtime. So last year, the stages ended on lap 60 and 120, as opposed to now 98 and 143. They have structured the race so that fuel will not be necessary in the middle of the final 2 stages to discourage fuel conservation tactics. So NASCAR changing things up for the race at Talladega, specifically just for that race as of right now. And we'll get more breakdown on that from Doc, obviously, on Friday.
I don't understand what all that means, but just that's where they're stopping.
It's a strategy on when to pit and how much fuel to take and all that stuff, and when the points and all that stuff, and when the stages come to an end and being in the right position. And so that's why we'll wait for Friday to get more info from Doc. He'll hopefully be able to explain it better than I can, obviously. But
got it.
Sports on Rock Mornings with Brian and Gene. Got a text from Hunter in Westby. Boy, look at these pictures. Look at the side of this house. This thing is whacked out. It looks like someone took a bunch of balloons filled with paint and threw them at his house.
There's holes all.
And then the lawn is all filled with
So sorry.
Yeah. Then you've got a picture of him holding, and you look at these things, and you wouldn't want to be standing underneath one of these things coming out of the sky.
I read someone that was huddled in the back seat of their car. They had stopped.
This is the highway in Westby right here.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Windshield got smashed out. And it's 15 minutes long, the storm. So they're huddled in the back, covered up, trying not to get hit by these softball-size Hale, thinking about you all for sure.
Thank you, Hunter, for the pictures. Appreciate that. It's Rock Mornings with Brian and Gene. We'll hear from Chevelle next.
Rock Mornings with Brian and Gene. Weekdays, 6 to 9.
When I say action movie star, one name should come right to your forefront, and that would be?
Well, I know you want me probably to say Bruce Willis. Do you want me to say that? Oh, Arnold. I don't want to say that, though. I wasn't going to say that.
Give these people air.
Yeah, Arnold should be number one.
Okay.
On any list. I mean, he really is
I know you have
the epitome of what an action movie star is, right? I mean, he's muscular.
Yes, he's large.
He's attractive.
He's... Okay.
You don't find Arnold attractive?
I guess no.
Okay.
I mean, as a species of a man, sure, I understand what you're saying, but like, I've never been like, God, that guy's hot. Never.
He kicks a lot of ass. He kills a lot of people. He delivers some great one-liners.
Sure. Yes.
He's got it all. He's got the star presence. He's got everything you need for an action movie star, right? Whether it was Predator or Commando or Terminator, I mean, he's been in them all, right? He's done all of the action movies. So, number one, best action movie stars of all time.
Arnold's number one.
Ranker.com. Now, this is an ongoing list, so these positions could change as people continue to vote.
These are real people, not characters. For instance, it's not James Bond. It might be the okay. It's
it would be the actor portraying
John McClane,
and it encompasses their entire catalog, right? It's not just this set of movies or that set of movies. It's their entire catalog. So Arnold comes in at number one. I was kind of surprised as of right now on the list at Ranker.com of the best action movie stars of all time. After Arnold, it's Jackie Chan.
I was wondering, or Bruce Lee, is that like...
He's on the list too, a little bit lower, but number two, Jackie Chan. Look, he was in a ton of action movies, and he did his own stunts in all of his action movies.
Is that there's this reverence for him because of the skill level that he had?
Martial arts. He obviously was most notably a martial arts movie guy for a long time. And then as he made the transition to America and started doing more comedic stuff and buddy cop comedy type things with, Chris Tucker and Owen Wilson. And so, I mean, I don't know. And again, he does his own stunts.
Sylvester Stallone's got to be on this, like, way up at the top, isn't he?
He's not as high as I thought he'd be. I got to be honest. I thought he would be number two. When you think of action movie stars of all time, you would think Sly Stallone, Arnold Schwarzenegger, the big guys, Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Is it Tom Cruise?
No, but he's not even in the top 10.
What?
He's
also the guy who does all his own stunts.
I know, but maybe people don't look at Mission Impossible movies as action movies. I have no idea.
How not?
He's got 30 of them.
He's on a plane wing.
Number three is
this Keanu Reeves?
Yes, and I like Keanu, and he was in Speed, and he was in the Matrix movies.
It's the John Wick thing, isn't it?
And he's in the John Wick, so he's got a litany of performances where he's very, very action-packed, but I don't look at Keanu and I'm like...
And put him with Sylvester?
They're just different versions of an action movie star, right? I mean...
Yeah. Well, I'm taller.
Yeah. So you got, 4 Matrix movies? You've got...
the whole John Wick series.
The John Wick series.
I think that's what
he was in some other action movies, too. Johnny Mnemonic was an action film. He was in some other stuff that was action stuff.
But
I wouldn't look at Keanu and be like, that's an action star. Like
Chuck Norris, is he on there?
He's not even in the top 10, which is... I will say this about Chuck Norris. May he rest in peace. As awesome as Chuck was, he was never in...
really popular movies.
Until The Expendables came along. He was in some movies. I'm not saying he wasn't, but he wasn't in Arnold's side. Yes, it wasn't like on July 4th. I mean, you weren't going to the movie theater on July 4th to see Chuck Norris. It just didn't happen. So Keanu comes in right now at number 3 at Ranker.com for their best action stars of all time. Sly Stallone. Okay, top 5.
Okay.
I'll give him top, but I would put him above Keanu Reeves. Maybe above Jackie Chan as well.
Because of Rambo?
Rocky Balboa, Rambo movies. I mean, Judge Dredd, Demolition Man. He's got so many.
I wouldn't put Rocky even as, well,
action. Fighting, action.
Yeah, I know, but action, I guess. I would like, yeah. No, I guess I would put Mission Impossible as an action series, and John before I would put Rocky. That
You've
seems
got
more like
a couple of Bruces, Bruces coming in at 5 and 6. The
Willis.
first one, Bruce Willis, number 5.
Gotta. Yeah, the Die Hard series.
Fifth Element, Die Hard. There's plenty of others, obviously, that he was in. He was in the Expendables series as well. He was in that remake of the Charles Bronson movie. What was that one? The one where he killed the guy.
Okay.
Out for Justice, I think. Not Out for Justice.
Well, Unbreakable, wasn't he in that one too?
Yeah, I wouldn't really call that an action movie, though.
No.
What the hell was the one with Charles Bronson? The Deadpool, right? No, not Deadpool. What the hell was the thing?
Okay.
Bruce Lee comes in at number 6.
Oh, don't hit back.
I will say this about Bruce Lee. Because his career was so short, I would move him down the list. Because he doesn't have the amount of movies, and especially American action movies, to have that resume. You know what I mean? Like, if you're thinking of best action stars of all time, yeah, Bruce Lee was the kung fu guy, right? Like, when you think of kung fu action movies, Bruce Lee should be number 1 on your list.
Yes.
Sonny Chiba's in there, all these other, but I would certainly put Bruce Lee number 1.
Are you talking about Sixth Sense or Fifth Element or any of those?
No, what the hell? It was a Charles Bronson movie, and Bruce Willis, it was in a remake of it. Death Wish. There we go. Jason Statham comes in at number 7. He's in a ton of action movies. Like, every single one of his movies is essentially the beekeeper, the wrench guy, the workout guy, the late for work guy. All I can say, and I've complained about this before, every single one of his movies is the same exact plot. He's a guy that used to be a military dude. He's trying to hide from some people. Then they discover him, and then he's got to kick a lot of ass.
Same kind of with Liam Neeson. Is he on this list? Because that's
He's
the same
on there.
story.
He's at number 11.
Something happens to his family, and he kicks a bunch of ass.
This one's kind of surprising, but if you think about his entire career, because we look at him now, and he's old.
Is this Clint Eastwood?
No, a different old guy. He's old. He's doing all these more serious acting things, but he was a grizzled, tough action movie guy. He was Han Solo. He was Indiana Jones. And he's done some other stuff like Air Force One, where he kicks some ass.
Get off my plane.
Harrison Ford. Number 9 or 8 on the list. Number 9 is the other old guy.
Whoa. We're not just gonna let you walk out of here.
Who's we, sucker?
Who's we, sucker? Smith and Wesson and me.
Dirty Harry series.
Wow.
Dirty Harry.
And beyond that was all the Westerns.
Yes.
I mean, he did so many Westerns. And then he transitioned into Dirty Harry and then sort of had that, like, older guy, tough guy kind of thing. And Jet Li comes in at number 10. He, of course, is another martial arts guy. Was in the Lethal Weapon series.
In Hong Kong, you would be dead.
Yeah. Number 12 is Chuck Norris, by the way. So he's not that far outside of the top 10, but Sean Connery is number 13. The Bond thing, Daniel Craig is more action than Sean Connery. Sean Connery was like the spy version of James Bond, where Daniel Craig was the action version. JCVD, Jean-Claude Van Damme, the muscles from Brussels at number 14.
I'm still kicking. I must be on Broadway.
Yeah. Dwayne The Rock Johnson comes in at number 15. By the way, you can go to ranker.com if you want to check these out. The ladies, by the way, don't start showing up till 25. That would be Mila Jovovich, who starred with Bruce Willis in The Fifth Element.
Lilu Dallas Multipass.
She's the highest ranking female. ScarJo, right?
Yeah.
Black Widow in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. She's at number 34. And then Sigourney Weaver at number 37.
Yes. You bitch. Oh, yeah. She's got to be high up on that.
I would put her a lot higher.
Yes, me too.
Ranker.com delivering a list of the best action movie stars of all time. I guess my top 5 I would do, just because of the decade that I grew up in, it would be Arnold and then Sly Stallone, Bruce Willis.
Yeah, I thought you would have
and then Jean-Claude Van Damme
for Bruce in there, and he would have to be there.
Yeah, I love Bruce Willis.
I can't believe Tom Cruise isn't on there. I mean, I really can't.
He's probably in there somewhere, but he's not in the top 15.
For as much as he's not my favorite, the fact that he does all of those stunts in all those Mission Impossible movies is amazing. I mean, it really is.
Yeah, ranker.com. Liam Neeson, by the way, at number 11. You can scroll down. Kurt Russell's on there. Hugh Jackman. Tom Cruise comes in at 18, by the way.
There we go.
Top Gun, Mission Impossible. Somebody wanted to know about Wesley Snipes. Always bet on black. Wesley's not in the top 25. So he's somewhere, maybe not even in the top 30. Mark Wahlberg shows up 32. Wesley Snipes at 32. He was in a ton of them, too.
Mm-hmm.
It's Rock Mornings with Brian and Gene. We'll get to Bad News, Happy Music a bit later on. And we've got a very, very, very funny and interesting suggestion about a football team.
All right.
That you know and maybe you love.
All right.
More on that in a bit.
Rock Mornings with Brian and Gene. Find them online at rockmornings.com.
I don't have any pom-poms.
How many times must we take this disgrace? Another Bears fan throwing insults in our face.
The Bears.
Yeah.
Da Bears.
Got a fan in my bed. Husband.
Yes. A lot of Bears fans in the area.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, being so close, proximity, even though we're on the western side of the state.
Mm-hmm.
There's still quite a few Bears fans here in the Midwest, in the Cooley region. And
T-shirt, hoodie, hat, socks.
they love their Ditka. They love to talk about the 85 Super Bowl.
They sure do.
With William the Refrigerator Perry.
Sweetness. He's got a Sweetness shirt.
Walter Payton, the coach, Jim McMahon.
I do have to say some of those Saturday Night Live skits with Ditka were...
They were a very famous parody.
Hilarious.
With Chris Farley, right? You're my Ditka. I'm no king. I'm no king. However, they've been mired in mediocrity ever since 85. Now, they did go to the Super Bowl with Rex Grossman. There's something to hang your hat on, right? Didn't win, obviously, but they've struggled. They've struggled, right? And they've been talking about a new stadium.
Oh, yeah, across the border.
For a number of years now, right? And trying to work out a deal, and where are we going to go? And we want to be by the lake, and we want to stay in Illinois, but now there's this whole Gary, Indiana thing. Well, Gary, Indiana isn't the only option. Somebody new has thrown their hat into the ring. They would like for the Chicago Bears to move to their city, and they've got lots of things to offer. That city would be the city of Kenosha. And
like the Kenosha Kickers?
And if you go to YouTube and you search for "This is American Football," you can watch this video that I saw this morning. It's absolutely hilarious.
Chicago Bears, I hear you're looking to move. Have we got a deal for you? Kenosha!
You see him over there.
Are you having trouble with Illinois government? In Wisconsin, we will give you tax breaks and we'll barely hold you to your agreements. You can bet on that. Let's face it, your fans are already driving through here to get to their vacation spots. Wisconsin Dells, Lake Geneva, Door County, you're always here. You all know driving in the Chicago area just sucks. And this is the you live with. Driving in Wisconsin is magical. And no tolls. And sponsors, we've got the perfect sponsor. 2 words. Haribo Go Bear. Well, Go Bears, if it's just shorter or longer or hyphenated, you'll figure it out. They already make them in blue and orange. And look, the package almost says Go Bears. Can you see that? In Chicago, you got to deal with deep dish pizza. In Kenosha, thin crust. You got Chicago-style hot dogs? We got brats. No lips in here, baby. You've got Italian beef. We've got fish fry. You got nasty malort. Oh my God. Oh. We have brandy old fashions.
We sure
Did I mention no tolls? And depending on how the Packers do, your fan base could expand. We interviewed random Wisconsinites about a Bears stadium in Wisconsin.
The best part.
And we got very positive results. So what do you think about the Bears relocating to Kenosha?
I think they better
build in Kenosha.
What do we have to say?
Make them build in Kenosha.
That is the smartest thing I've ever heard in my life.
Did you hear him? Well,
send them
to Kenosha.
Old Red says,
build now.
I think the Bears are a
benefit
to society.
Love
the Bears.
You heard it here, folks.
Love
those Bears. We also asked a Nobel Prize-winning economist about the advantages of building a stadium in Wisconsin.
Well,
so it'll be a boost to your organization. Well, why consider relocating to Iowa or Hammond, Indiana? Look, I know you haven't had a great track record of making good decisions. So, moving to Wisconsin wouldn't be one of your worst ones. Move to Wisconsin. You're going to be here in the off-season anyway.
A very, very, very well done and funny video. If you go to This Is American Football on YouTube, you can watch it for yourself. A pitch for the Chicago Bears to move to the city of Kenosha. And the part there with the interviews, they were dubbing over.
Oh, I could tell.
I don't know if you could tell, but they were dubbing over things that Packer fans actually said versus things that they wanted to say.
Go Bears.
Yeah. This Is American Football. They posted the video like 2 days ago. It's already got over 8,000 views.
I'm sure.
It's absolutely hilarious. I saw it this morning, and hey.
Move to Kenosha.
You already come here in the offseason to go to Dells in Door County. And
no tolls.
No tolls. Did I mention no tolls? And his reaction to doing a shot of Malort was pretty accurate.
Yeah. So you can watch the video there and take that all in. Apparently, the relocation to Northwest Indiana now has another federal bill, if passed, hurdle they're going to have to jump that requires team ownership to provide at least 1 year of notice before moving a team across the state line. And that franchise in question has to be... the American people are basically sick and tired of billionaires moving sports teams away if they don't put hundreds of millions of dollars of their new tag
we're already doing that by buying all your merch and going to the games and spending money on concessions. Like, dude, you should pony up.
So penalties might be levied on franchises that aren't compliant with 1 year. So we'll see. There's a lot of things still very fluid.
Well, and you know, billionaires, they don't want to
and
pay for anything. That's how they got to be billionaires. Yeah. Thank you very much.
Kenosha.
I don't even know what that is from. I just thought, I was like, oh my God, that's hilarious. We've got bad news, happy music coming up in just a bit, so don't go anywhere.
Rock Mornings with Brian and Gene. More from Brian and Gene is coming up.
You're about to enter a beautiful, exciting, wonderful new world.
A cockroach living in your nostril.
Now that's just nasty.
Add in some haven't pooped for 30 days.
Poop is raining from the ceilings. Poop.
And sprinkle in some hashtag Florida Man for flavor.
Florida Man.
Florida Man.
Florida Man. Florida Man. Florida Man.
Florida Man.
Florida Man quits his Burger King job, steals all of their chicken nuggets.
It's bad news.
Bad news.
With happy music.
Let's rock.
Don't you worry your pretty little head. We're going to get to Florida Man. We're going to start with New Hampshire Man. Doesn't have as nice a ring to it, does it? I get why it's illegal, but how much damage can mustard really do?
To art? Is this like in a museum?
No.
Oh.
It's in a river. The owner of a mustard company in New Hampshire was caught secretly pumping pollutants into a river.
Can't do that.
Company is Old Dutch Mustard. Why is there pollutants in mustard?
Well, it's a byproduct or something?
I don't know. 60-year-old Charles Santich, apparently this is the owner of the company, concocted a scheme where they extended an underground pipe to dump dirty water into the Sauhegan River to save money on shipping the water out.
You can't do that, dude. DNR is going to have that guy's ass.
It happened for 6 years, and employees at the Old Dutch Mustard Company were ordered to follow along with it or risk losing their jobs. So they were implicit. They knew that they were doing this. Charles was sentenced to 18 months in prison, and the company's got to pay a $1.5 million fine for violating the Clean Water Act. Unclear what was in the water, but did cause environmental harm, so it likely wasn't just mustard. But I don't know. What kind
it's
of
water that ran
makes
through
me not want to eat mustard. What's
dirty,
going on with the mustard?
Not necessarily that. I mean, dirty water from whatever, cleaning the tanks or doing whatever, just the bypass water that they needed to get rid of somehow. Chemicals that they use to clean or sanitize or whatever.
That dirty water.
Can't put that in the water, though. Can't.
No. Can't do that. Now we're moving on to Florida man. Florida doctor. Did you see this?
Nope.
Wrong organ. Two things you definitely don't want to hear when you're talking about a doctor.
They took out the wrong one?
A hashtag Florida doctor.
It's why you write it with a Sharpie. This one. Only appendix.
Is accused of removing the wrong organ from a patient, and this guy has now been indicted for second-degree manslaughter. Dr. Thomas Shagnovsky, arrested, now in the county jail in Walton County, Florida. His arrest comes 2 years after the death of a man named William Bryan, a 70-year-old veteran who died on the operating table at the Ascension Sacred Heart Emerald Coast in Miramar Beach, Florida, back in August of 2024. He died during what was scheduled to be a laparoscopic splenectomy.
Yep, spleen.
Removed his liver instead of his spleen.
What are you talking about?
Apparently took his spleen out. Was supposed to take his spleen out. Took his liver out.
Removing liver.
Doctor? Doctor? Doctor?
Doctor?
Doctor?
Doctor?
Doctor? Doctor? Doctor? Doctor? Doctor? Doctor? Doctor? Doctor? Doctor?
Doctor?
Doctor?
Doctor?
Doctor?
And doctor.
Doctor? Doctor? And doctor.
Grand jury found probable cause to charge the actions taken in the operating room.
Jesus, dude. You don't know the difference between a spleen and a liver? You can't live without your liver, yo.
Yeah.
Unless you're getting a transplant or having partial. You can't just take it out and be like, okay.
Egregious conduct of fabricating medical records. So it sounds like this guy knew what he did wrong.
Wasn't even a doctor?
Back in November of 2024, the doctor who has been arrested and charged voluntarily surrendered his license to practice medicine in Alabama. His license status in Florida is listed in the Department of Health in Florida as retired, meaning he's not authorized to practice in the state. Currently in jail awaiting the first appearance in court if convicted. The maximum time he could face in prison would be 15 years for taking out the guy's liver instead of his spleen. Wrong organ, Gene. The wrong organ. Ugh. Moving on to Scotland.
Jeez.
This is a woman that I would put on the ship to Mars and get her out of here. People like this don't belong on the planet. A woman who faked her pregnancy and continued the lie that she had given birth using a plastic doll.
Those real dolls, those real life
has
ones.
now stepped back from her deal with a documentary maker. Former supermarket worker Kira Cousins,
my real baby,
is said to have tricked her boyfriend and her family into believing she was to become a mother, even holding a gender reveal party to celebrate. But days after, claiming that she gave birth to the baby.
I know about this story.
She told the baby's father, someone named Jamie Gardner, that the infant had died when in reality there was no baby.
You know, I faked it.
What?
Yeah.
You faked it? Why would you do that?
Well, you know, if it's enough already, and I just want to get some sleep.
Apparently, her mother found the real-life baby doll in her bedroom. Last year, a company out of Glasgow, Scotland, confirmed they had teamed up to make a documentary about Ms. Cousins and her fake baby scam. So they were in on this, sort of like a Netflix, what happened here? Why are you so crazy? What are you doing? She apparently revealed earlier this week on Instagram that she decided after discussions with the producers to withdraw from the documentary. While I may choose to share my story at some point in the future, I may equally decide not to. At the moment, I don't feel this is the right time, yada, yada, yada. But this crazy bitch faked the pregnancy, did a whole gender reveal thing, had a fake real-life baby doll thing that she ordered on the internet.
Well, she shared photos of that newborn.
Shared pictures of this thing. It certainly looks like it. I mean,
it's one of those dolls that looks like it. Those things are like very real looking.
Had a fake pregnant tummy thing that she ordered, right? Just like in the movie, the music video for Jane's Addiction, been caught stealing. Yeah. Apparently paid a fortune for the doll, too. These things are not cheap.
No, they're not. Okay. That's her family and her community's.
Well, my guess is the documentary was to try to get to the bottom of why she did it, right? Just to get attention.
Crazy people.
Because you're crazy.
Crazy things.
So put her on the rocket ship, get her out of here, go to Mars. You don't get to play with us anymore.
She needs help.
No, she needs to get out of here. I'm sick of kowtowing to these people. Get them out of here.
I don't know what her deal is.
Get rid of them. They got no business being a part of society. This guy also may be on the rocket ship to Mars. A man was arrested on Sunday, #Florida man. We're back in Florida. And is being accused of shooting at an Uber driver after an argument turned heated during a ride home. And you can guess what it was about.
Anyway, I started blasting.
Yeah, politics. According to the arrest affidavit, 42-year-old David Stewart Stinson.
So he got a ride in the Uber.
Was at his sister's house in Florida, decided to get an Uber to go home to his house. And somehow during the ride, Stinson and the driver got into a heated argument regarding politics and religion. That's never going to work well.
What two things aren't you supposed to talk about, Brian?
The two things?
Well,
religion and politics.
Right at the top.
The first two. Everybody knows it. It's been that way since day effing one, baby. The report states that during the argument, Stinson discovered the driver was an immigrant, and he told him to, quote, go back to his country. Oh, my God. Why are these people in society?
So
the driver then pulled over, told Stinson to get out of the car.
Yeah.
At that point, Stinson pulled out a gun, fired 3 rounds at the driver's departing car, making contact through the back of the vehicle, traveling through the interior right passenger seat. Victim was not struck, but told deputies that he was fearful Stinson wanted to hurt him. Yeah, well, he was shooting at you. They arrested this guy, charged him with shooting a deadly missile into, at, or within an occupied vehicle, aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. This guy is a real gem of a human being. Have you ever been in an Uber before?
Well,
in a big city like Minneapolis, Chicago,
New York,
Milwaukee,
Miami, Dallas.
You know who's driving Ubers in those cities? Mostly immigrants. I can't tell you the last time I got into an Uber in a major city, not in La Crosse, and it was a regular-ass white guy driving the car.
Well, it doesn't matter. You called an Uber, you got in the thing,
I get that.
You got in an argument, and then you shot at people?
I'm just saying, this guy, like, what are you doing, dude? Got to get rid of that guy. Put him on the rocket ship to Mars. This guy's got to go, too. We got to get rid of everybody. We're building the moon base. We're getting there. We're going to have a penal colony on Mars at some point.
Rock Mornings with Brian and Gene. Find them online at rockmornings.com. Call.
Hello?
Email.
I tried emailing you.
Text. So many ways to check in with us. Check. We rely on you guys for traffic updates, requests, and all sorts of other stuff.
Check this out.
Rockmornings.com is the website. Head there for all of our contact info. I got an email yesterday that I didn't get to because it showed up kind of late. This would be Pete. Said, hey, Brian, I think the guy talking about the smoked honey bun / sweet rolls is onto something, but it might just be that he had something to smoke and then got the munchies and hammered the honey buns. Have a great day. Yeah, look, do whatever you want. I'm just saying that I am 100% satisfied with a honey bun the way it is.
But we had someone who said they smoked their honey buns.
Yesterday, we got a text from a guy because we had the story about the jailer who was allegedly taking honey buns as punishment from inmates. And, and I said that I loved honey buns. Nuke them for 7 seconds and you're good to go. And then somebody texted in and suggested that I smoke a honey bun.
Take it up a notch.
And I said, I'm good. I don't need to go through all the rigmarole. Appreciate the email, though, Pete. Thank you very much.
Talking earlier about which one could go as far as food dishes go, it was kind of...
One got to go Wednesday. It'd be Mexican food, Italian food, Chinese food, or German food.
We both sort of picked German. We acknowledge that there's bratwursts and sausages and kielbases that then unfortunately would have to go. But as a whole, maybe we rely on it less in our regular menus. I certainly like a good schnitzel or a sauerbraten, but like I could do with it. I eat it so less often that it wouldn't impact our daily in our house. But I did get a message. My mother and father-in-law make excellent schnitzel and German potato salad, and to top that off, they make homemade black cap jam that they put on top of the schnitzel.
Sounds good, but I don't think about that like I think about pasta.
Also, pork loin instead of veal for the schnitzel.
Give me some fettuccine Alfredo. I'll eat it every day of the week, twice on Sunday.
Pasta with the cream sauce.
Janice, I think is how you pronounce her name. She sent in some pictures of the damage in Westby. Oof. She said it just doesn't stop coming, from freezing rain to the hailstorm yesterday in Westby. It looks like a camper that got a bunch of dents in it. Oh, man.
Oh, man. I didn't even think about that. Yeah. Just the damage is awful. I feel so badly.
The plastic knob on their water spigot on the outside of their house is broken from that. Windows that are broke.
Vehicles, siding, trailers, sheds, equipment, farm equipment. Just, awful.
Got a text from Rich. Said, I may be a day late and $1 short, but I caught the gardening bit on yesterday's podcast. Good luck getting your garden weeded. But you need to look at a bucket garden. Yeah, I've watched a lot of videos of those. Did one for my wife. Best thing ever. Super easy to weed. Take care of. So you plant everything in buckets.
Okay.
So like if you want to do a cucumbber thing.
Oh, I see.
You plant the cucumbers in the buckets, 5-gallon buckets, and then you put bamboo shoots up into like a teepee. Mm-hmm. And then you sort of
pole beans. They climb up that way.
Basically, yeah. I've seen a lot of tutorials on the interwebs of that. Or you can do one of these bad boys where you put the buckets in like almost like a pallet thing.
Well, I got a raised bed that is shipped yesterday, so I will document its progress of putting it together when it gets here this week. I'm going to assemble it, and then I'm going to start filling it with dirt, and then I'm going to start with veggies because I'm having a garden off with my brother, Tom. He's doing the same thing, and we're going to see at the end of the season who has the most.
I wish you the best of luck. I think
production.
You know
what I'm saying?
You're going to lose because he's a farmer guy, right?
Well, I know more than I'm a farmer girl. He grew up on the farm, but he doesn't have the farm. How long ago
did you grow up, Gene?
Well, he's older than I am.
But he's still a farmer, right?
No, he's not on the farm. He grew up on the farm, like me.
Yeah. He's also a man. He's got you there.
No, good gravy.
James texting in saying, you send those people past Mars, they don't get the chance to be on the base at Mars. Yeah. Get rid of them, whatever. That's my way of saying get rid of people. I have no time for people like that. Spencer texting in saying, doctors making mistakes kill 500,000 Americans every year. We need more common sense doctor laws.
Dude, a spleen versus a liver is a big mistake.
That was a poke at gun laws.
Uh-huh.
Donnie texted in, said, worked at a fancy local restaurant back in the day. A couple used Better Man for the wedding song. I think they heard it wrong. We played Better Man earlier.
That's funny.
Roxy and Scott from both texted in. Roxy from the 715 said Death Wish. Scott said the Charles Bronson movie was Death Wish. Thank you. I figured it out eventually. Somebody wondered where Wesley Snipes was on the list of the best action movie stars. He's at 32 currently at ranker.com if you want to check that out. Toma Tom said Arnold was in Last Action Hero. Hell of a movie. Great soundtrack. And Hunter sending in pictures of his damage from Westby. It sounds like Westby really got rocked. So, thank you very much to everybody else who texted in or emailed or sent us videos this morning. We had a video from Lenore. She sent in that video this morning, which was also, I believe, from Black River Falls. The water really high there by the dam.
Yeah, if we get more rain, that
could be a problem.
That could be a big, big problem.
Thank you very much. Be safe out there, and we'll talk to you tomorrow.